I am not FinnHazel Brown, but I thank you for the award anyway. I think we are all here today because we believe that FinnHazel Brown has a gift that far surpasses any of the Brown family women before her. I have stood in that exhibition hall and watched connoisseurs and collectors and critics slip into another world, the world of FinnHazel Brown. Something takes us over when looking at a FinnHazel tapestry. Each stitch and tuck and loop beckons to some deep part of our psyche, and we must answer. Today, you have answered with this award. And I would like to answer you in return. Why is FinnHazel Brown not here today? Why is she absent from so many of her own showings? We all know the history of the Brown Tapestry Empire, each woman born to the family strangely gifted, synesthetes, able to perceive colors and textures and patterns in ways no other human will ever experience them. Generations of women, each one leaving her unique stamp on the family collection. We all know that FinnHazel is unusual, even among her forebears. Her tapestries provoke emotional reactions, uncommon even for the most sensitive of art collectors. Some people report feeling ecstasy, some strangling or sinking, others ocean waves of grief or hilarity. This bizarre phenomenon has led to ferocious bidding on FinnHazel's most recent projects. Surely we all know such gifts come at a cost. FinnHazel Brown experiences an undocumented form of synesthesia. Color spatial synesthesia. She experiences colors as dimensions. If you saw the world as FinnHazel Brown, when you looked into the mirror, parts of you would recede, parts of you would rush forward, parts of you might appear so far away as to be almost non-existent, all based on the colors and patterns of your clothing, as if your wardrobe became a strange labyrinth, a topographical map. Every time FinnHazel Brown opens her eyes, she sees this labyrinth. And every time FinnHazel weaves, she weaves a three-dimensional map. A map she believes will lead her to that other world. The world of her twin brother. When FinnHazel weaves, she weaves believing that Finnegan is there. She weaves believing he is beckoning her. She weaves to find a passageway. I see some of you are nodding. You remember the Brown tragedy of some years ago. You remember that FinnHazel was not always FinnHazel. She was only half. Hazel and Finnegan, the first twins born to the Brown family tapestry empire. And Finnegan was the first male Brown to exhibit any form of synesthesia. He died in an accident when Hazel was 7. And ever since then, she, FinnHazel, has been looking for him. That is where she is today, lost in a maze. Of her own making? Of her genius's making? I cannot say. But I will say this. I am committed to finding FinnHazel. For the good of the collectors, for the good of the museums, for the good of the Brown tapestry legacy, I have been studying FinnHazel's patterns extensively since taking the helm of Brown family tapestries, and, of course, since marrying the weaver herself. And I've begun to notice correlations, patterns in her response to colors. I have begun minor experiments in controlling the visual stimuli she receives. By manipulating the colors and patterns of her environment, I have been, with some degree of success, able to control the maps she operates within, able to control the behavior of our beloved weaver. I am able to relieve her of these visions of her brother. I am able to keep her where she and you are happiest for her to be. At her loom, making maps of the heart, making masterpieces. But this show for the Victoria and Albert Textiles collection, this show has been particularly taxing. FinnHazel is recuperating in a garden I have specially designed for her mental reprieve. A garden that offers no overwhelming stimuli, no mental maze, no access to that other dangerous world. In short time, I expect FinnHazel to be able to rejoin us. But for now, as CEO of the Brown Family Tapestries Limited and doting husband of FinnHazel Brown, I am overjoyed to accept this award on her behalf. Thank you.